One more. So Kaushik, you are back, right? Hello.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, Anya.
Lonely. Okay. No, fine, fine. Fine. All right, let's go back to our sample test plan. Where are we? Defect severities, right?
Yeah, severity
Severity and
priority.
priority. Yeah. So severity is obviously the level of impact on the functionality, and priority is from the business standpoint. This is from technical perspective, from technical lens and business standpoint. Priority is how soon the defect needs to be fixed, right?
Yeah,
What is the defect priority? This is from business lens. Okay. And this is kind of from technical perspective or functionality aspect and functional aspect.
yeah, okay.
Okay, from functional. What do we mean by that? So here we have given an example. There is a footer link on the home page. When I clicked on footer link as an end user, I'm getting some error message. 4 page not found or something like that. Okay. When I click
Yeah,
on the footer link, right? This some 404 error. So ideally, what is this one? I mean, like, for me, it is functionality is okay. It's only just simple fix, like, the functionality also not too complicated, because I accept that particular link, I can navigate to the main functionalities. It is not blocking me anyway. Okay, only for that link. So it could be my severity 2 or severity 3, as we told. We can see the definitions of severity also when is it. But when it comes to priority, for a business, it is very important, right? So the business, it is very important. So when it comes to priority, it could be my priority one issue. The footer link, header, footer, okay, and logos, all these. Suppose on the home page, your this one is like, your organization name is misspelled. Okay, spelling mistake
okay.
on your organization home page, right? Or the logo is not appropriately displaying and all. These could be high priority, but functionality wise, they will not impact much. So
Impact much,
low
yeah.
severity, low or medium severity. Okay. So severity and priority are the two independent things. Never club like, the severity is same as priority. In few of the cases, it might happen, but usually
Yeah.
are the two independent entities. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right, then let me just proceed. So these are some of the, spelling mistakes, misspell or spelling mistakes, or logo missing, whatever it is, like, footer, head spelling mistakes, mismatch logo mismatch, or header footer links, logo mismatch, or header footer links and all are not working and all. These comes high priority cases. Okay. These are the high
Okay.
priority, and severity could be more medium or low. Then what is high severity and low priority? High
Um,
severity and low priority. Any clue? The same thing. There is a hyperlink or redirection to the page. Suppose that FAQs is there. Okay.
okay.
FAQ section is there. The link is not working. Okay.
Okay.
And I mean, like, but the number of users who are accessing that functionality is less, or
Okay.
frequently they do
Okay.
use less. Meaning business standpoint, this is not high priority, but the severity is major, because it is one of the that needs to be fixed. There is no workaround for FAQs. If I wanted to have the solution, there is no workaround. But number of times that their users that are accessing the frequency and all could be less, something like that. Or
Okay. Okay.
I think let me just go with the severity priority. So impact on the functionality, impact on the business. That is nothing but your high severity and high priority. So what could be your high severe and low priority issues? If the number of users are not, see, moving functionality is not coming and all. Something like, there is a typo in the company name. It is obviously priority one, but severity wise, it is not an issue, right?
Okay. Mhm.
Hmm. And
High priority, high severity, how can we consider?
how that is a critical issue that needs to be fixed within 24 hours. Okay.
Okay, within 24 hours. Okay.
Within 24 hours, it's a critical. Here we have actually defined what is that and all.
Yeah, yeah.
How do you define the severity levels and the severity priority clarification? Okay, severity is obviously we know the functionality. The critical in the sense, severity criticals in the sense showstop. Suppose when you hit on login page itself, you're getting an error.
So let's say like we have a Citrix
Mhm.
and Citrix application is not opening. Like whenever we open the application or whenever we open any other apps in the Citrix application, like we are facing issue.
That is a
So how,
Citrix down. That is an environment issue, right? Citrix is an environment issue, right?
yeah.
You connected to Citrix, you are not logging. That is kind of environment that you need to log it as a ticket to the Citrix support team.
Yeah,
And
but
send.
still like sometimes
Critical.
without Citrix we can't even work, right?
Right. Your productivity is getting impacted, your deliverables and all. And with that, if there is number of users, is it only you or your entire team? You can just check
Yeah,
with, right? Connected on. If like more than 50% of your team is happening, then obviously it's a critical needs to be fixed as early as. But if it is only you, maybe because you did not change the password and all, we will have to look into that. Okay.
okay.
So this a major showstoppers. Showstoppers in the sense, yeah, as you said, it is Citrix or take an example of Gmail only. Okay.
Okay.
Your Gmail account is whenever you wanted to launch, you remember like, your Google server was down and you were not able to open the Google itself, the page itself.
Yeah,
You are encountering an error. That's a showstopper,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Google user. Okay. That's a showstopper. So that needs to be fixed immediately. The turnaround time is 24 hours. Within 24 hours, it needs to be fixed, right?
Mm.
What do we mean
Okay.
by high, critically high? Major impact of the functionality, meaning, but here it is significantly major, but still you can proceed it, meaning a workaround is available. Okay.
Okay.
Severity 3 in the sense there is a workaround, but it can be still, it needs to be fixed. Low is kind of typos and all alignments and all that stuff will come and say low severity. But when it comes to priority, business critical issues, so some of the typos, where exactly the typos exist, like, if it is existing in the company name, that should be a pretty high priority, right? Typos and all will be typo in company name and all will become a high priority.
Okay.
Okay. And the critical showstoppers are when you are not accessing the Google page itself, that is also business demand. It is also critical, right?
Great.
So it is not always necessary that severity and priority are to be same, but it is not that, they are not, every time they should not be independent, right?
Yeah.
It will be high priority, high severity also.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not able to launch. So number of users, you're not able to launch your ICICI Bank site itself. What are all the number of for one particular reason? So India in one particular region, it is down. Okay. So if it is like globally, that it is going to be more priority for me. But if it is in India, very less number of in India also, like, their stake is very less. Something like, 20% only your users are using online banking. An example for SBI. If SBI ATM is not working, that could be high priority for them. But if SBI site is not working, that is not that much high priority for them. Depends on the client.
Yeah.
Number of business users impacted. business in the sense number of users impacted also. The frequency, everything will be considered as priority. Okay. Similarly,
Okay.
priority high, critical, high, medium, low. Okay.
Yeah.
So it all depends on the number of users and the frequency.
Yeah, right.
How frequently they do use. Suppose this issue can be fixed even because it's a weekly job. Say an example. Today encountered an issue. Until next week, no user is going to verify their statements. Think that, your statements, bank generated statement, there was a defect, or you are not able to generate the bank statement. You're not able to generate the bank statement. Say an example. Okay. Although that is a critical functionality, bank statement generation. Okay. That is kind of, there is no workaround for that. Okay, here is the thing. Bank statement is a good example. We'll see. Generation of bank statement through online. Okay, here I have two other ways. Severity difference. I just wanted to explain you the severity and priority of that. Okay. So severity of the functionality. There are two ways to generate the bank statement basically. What is one? You can get it on the screen. Okay. On screen. Or you can export it. Excel. Right. Or PDF.
Okay.
Or PDF. Now. Okay. And it is a kind of detailed statement. One is generation of bank statement through online. Okay. You have again bank statement. There are two classifications basically. One is like last 10 transactions. Last 10 transactions. Okay. There is a last 10 transactions that you can view, which is a kind of quick link. Okay. Last 10 transactions. And another is detailed statement. Detailed statement, online generation or export into Excel or PDF, right?
Okay.
Now, what is export into Excel or PDF? This is the functionality you are testing. Say an example, right? So last 10 transaction, your generation of the statement is not working in the sense, none of these things is working. Like, your last 10 transactions, you are not able to generate, your detailed statement is not able to generate, online generation is not happening, saving into PDF is not working, then it is a severity wise. It is high.
High. Okay.
Okay, right? But the second thing, you are able to generate last 10 transactions. This test case is working for me.
Yeah.
Okay, higher critical also. It's functionality.
Critical.
Yeah. Critical, I'll say. You are able to view. Okay. You are able to generate the last 10 transactions. Mini statement is working. Okay. But it is that the detailed statement is not working.
Yeah.
Then it is a high severity issue. There is no workaround for it, ideally. Okay.
Yeah.
There's no workaround for it. But it is also significantly causing, but in somewhat, if some wanted, recent transactions, they can see it. So it is not as critical as the entire functionality is not working. Right?
Yeah.
Number of users and all. So, and there is something like, under detailed statement also, mini is working. Under detailed also, you are able to see, user is able to see the transactions on screen. Okay, if I have selected the date ranges, right, in the detailed statement, I'm able to view them on the screen. Okay, mini is working, detailed also, in detailed, mini is working, and under detail, user is able to view the transactions for the desired dates. the desired dates, okay, on screen, but unable to save them in PDF or Excel. Meaning unable to export them into PDF or Excel, right? So this is
like
a kind of
download
severity medium, right? Because you have a workaround that is available. Even if you are not able to see it, you can see it on the screen for time being, right? If someone comes, then
Yeah.
okay. Or you wanted to, all that you need to do, maybe like, it is not so comfortable to you. You need to go on, page nation kind of thing, like after 10 transactions, you can click on next, you can see that statement.
Yeah.
Little inconvenience, but it is not that completely blocking. Workaround is available, right? Hence, it is a medium issue. Severity low, when do you say? So here in this example itself, you are able to export them into PDF, but not into Excel. Still, you can go ahead, whatever is getting generated on the screen, copy paste into Excel, right? So, but it is a kind of little inconvenience to the user only. But okay, able to export into PDF. But not able to export to Excel. Right?
Yeah.
This is severity low. You can still go ahead and copy and paste and all that stuff. Okay. Which is actually this. These are the different severities that we'll be having. So, but how is the priority? Is it a so high priority thing? If this happens with the withdrawals or deposits, right, in banking, that is a high priority issue for me. Because daily transactions are getting full, your site is down for withdrawal, or your site is not updating for the deposits and all, that is a critical issue for me, business standpoint. But if it is statement wise, although it will not be critical, it could be like clarified as priority high for the first one, like, severity critical, right? For the first one, they might say, okay, it could be priority high or low, I don't know, priority high, medium or something. Okay. Okay, and this could be priority medium or mid. Again, priority will be depending on the business. So whenever you're logging the defect, right, it is mandatory to log the severity, but priority is debatable. Priority after discussing with the business and all, I mean, unless until you're sure, right, certain things like as told, like the entire site is down for a couple of hours and all. For the first couple of hours, your production site itself is down, then you will have to log in priority, severity and priority issue. Okay. Repeating that and all. So at those kind of things, barring that, ideally testers will define only the severity because they know what is the impact on the functionality. Business also they need to know, but again, it's subjected to change. It is debatable. Okay. How many number of users are creating it now? Get that one, please. Severity and priority, the difference. So
I got it.
Yeah, here I have given the kind of theory on that, like major client uses production instances affected, the entire client is not there and all. So priority one instead will take precedence over all the requests, critical in the sense. Okay. Major problems exist. What is the severity priority? You can just even Google also, but this is the major things. Issue is present, but issue do not maintain majorly affect the performance or functionality of the software, then I'll decide it as a low severity issue. This is the functionality. So you will have to know what is the impact on the functionality thoroughly, and priority is subjected to change. Okay.
Okay.
And again, the next section talks about the tools and data collection. What are the tools? How we are actually, where exactly we are maintaining this estimates, where exactly we are maintaining this plan. Okay. Who is responsible? What is the purpose of each document and all? We will call it out in this section.
Okay.
And sometimes you will just attach the hyperlinks also, so that if you are maintaining it in the SharePoint, you can click on it and then it will direct the user to the SharePoint.
Okay.
Why are we using Jira? Each and every tool, whatever you are using, the software and all, and the tools, we will be calling it in here. If you are using ALM or Jira or whatever it is, the software and all the testing tools, we need to mention over here. And who are all responsible for it? What are the deliverables? Delivery date, sorry.
Mhm.
This section we do call it in the 9 section. And the section 10,
Okay.
clear on this one, or you want to?
Yeah, I will have a look when you share that.
Okay, I'll share it today.
Yeah.
And this is something like, detailed test activities. So what are we doing?
Mhm.
Like the scenarios. Here we will derive. Detailed test activities, what do we do? We will just derive the scenarios and we will give the description of the scenarios. Suppose here it is like, prepare and execute the test cases. What are all the testing activities that you are doing? Prepare testing, which includes the preparation of test condition scripts. The conditions, what we discussed, the boundary conditions and all that, right? Equivalence class partitions and all. The test scripts, test cycles, like how many cycles, rounds of tests, series of tests that you wanted to execute, all that stuff. Okay, who is responsible for that? Circulate the daily status report is responsibility of test lead or test manager. Record the defects is responsibility of all the testing team members. Okay, details, roles and responsibilities, like detailed test activities, who is responsible for what actually, among us the detailed
Okay.
activities. Trace and
Mhm.
track the defects, review the test results. This is test manager's responsibility, or cross team members also prepare for next day's testing and all that stuff, test environment setup, everything. What is the periodicity, timing in the sense like periodicity, and we will just call it up here.
Okay.
Okay. So these are all the, I think entry exit criteria somewhere we mentioned, right? Earlier only, exit criteria we discussed.
Yeah.
Roles and concept issues should be there. All the test cases should be executed and passed. It's ready to be deployed into the UI. Basically, these two are the major. Okay, there should not
Okay.
be any open defects. Performance also you can consider. If not, it can be considered as an NFR, non-functional requirement.
Mhm.
Alright, we clear on test plan. Any doubts? I'll be sharing this to you.
Yeah, I'll have a look
Yeah,
in the
please have a
weekend.
look and inform me if you have any. And we were also done with what is severity, what is priority. We have discussed all high severity, low priority.
Yeah.
Low priority, high severity also we discussed. Low priority is something like, footer link, clicking on footer links and all that stuff. Like footer
Yeah.
hardly anyone will click that particular link, but it is a low priority, number of users who are using it all. Okay.
Yeah.
And we considered high severity, high priority also, critical issues
Yeah.
also, right?
Mhm.
Some page itself is not coming, that's high severity, high priority. Which is more important, the severity and priority of this. What more you want to difference between severity priority is done? You want me to open a Jira template test cases and defects, right? So how do we do that?
Yeah,
This
Jira.
is done. This is also done. This is done. This test plan is done. Let me see what type of file is it. XLSX file. Okay. Hmm. So this is how the template looks like. And you can directly import this template into Jira also. just by adding some plugins and all. When you have certain plugin, right, you can just import into the Jira
What
also.
plugins?
Plugins will be a kind of additional software. Here it will be considered as a separate tab, it will come once you install that
Okay.
software. So that plugin will be available if it should be provided by the client only, client or your team, like, it should be authorized. When you install that software, right, download it all. So that if this is case and something like export test cases, a separate plugin will come. Now I do not have, because I do not have Jira in my system. It's not for Jira, right? So you can just simply click on this tab and click on export by opening the Jira, then automatically it will come. Or there is, there's a tool known as Jeffmire or Jeffmire. Give me a minute. Zephyr. Zephyr is the tool. Zephyr is an online tool that you can use. You can use your Jira wherever you want to import. You can use this Excel. It will just simply ask you, import the test, select the test case template. You will select if it is in the similar format and all, in the same Jira format. Select the paths and all. It is going to load the test cases into Jira. Then Zephyr is the tool.
So if we don't have any plugins like this, we can do it manually, right?
We can do it manually, obviously, but that will take time, so we will use.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Zephyr.
tool. If not, you can write even directly in the Jira, only write down in the manual test cases. Or typically what I do, I will write it in Excel so that it will be easy for me to correct it all. And finally, the review, at least internal review was done in Excel and all. I'll ask them to copy them into the Jira template. The test case you can open, just copy paste, you can go with that. If less number of cases. If not, then use the Zephyr tool also.
Okay.
Who
are these reviewers? Like our team members only, right? And generally it will be.
Review, as peer reviews will be team members. Lead review will be test lead, right? Your test lead will review your test cases internally. And then once the internal comments and all are done, you can just, propose this test reviews and all during review sessions and sprint, like one of the sessions, like, you can discuss this with your business, your test cases with business as well as with dev also. You can just, give a demo of this one. And these are all the scenarios that I'm doing testing and all in a meeting. You can schedule a meeting and we can have, a quick round of in review also, along with all the stakeholders, and all this stuff. Okay, you can send out the meeting invite and you can just review that, the test case.
Okay.
All right. So this is the Jira template I do have. What is that? Title is short form of the description. What is the test case that is going to be used? And then it is description and then steps. So when you are writing the steps, right, each test case will have more than one step. Then we need to leave it as empty, all the others in Excel. Okay. And then expected result for each step in Jira. Ideally in Rally and all, it is not like that. ALM for each step, we will be having the expected result. And then actual, the test result, pass, fail, or blocked. These until this one, it is there. Okay. All the test cases that I have written, I think the requirement is something like this. I have. Okay, here is the requirement. Here is the mockup. Here is the defect I wanted you to log. Defect is also in the Jira template format.
Okay.
What is this? Sure. You can just even import directly into this template also, defects also. Okay, description, reproducible steps, which I told you is important. Expected result, actual result, attachments, which are more important. All these orange fields are mandatory. Highlighted in orange are mandatory. Okay. Test case ID is optional, meaning that, if the defect is kind of logged ad hoc, the functionality, there is no test case coverage. Later, you can go ahead and create the test case, but hence it is an option. User story number is also an optional kind of thing, but status, assignee, severity, and priority. Release number.
Okay.
Ideally, it should be severity, that should be mandatory, but at the time our admin has messed it up. He just thought the other way, and who has been given as admin, I don't know. Okay. This is the Jira.
Okay.
Okay. And
Okay,
what is
fine.
this mock-up screen that I have here? Is the screen that I'm having. After this, I think we can stop, right? It's going to be fine for you, or there's 10 more.
Yeah,
Hmm?
yeah. It's
Yeah,
like already late. I need to have my dinner and sleep. Yeah.
11, already
No,
10.
it's 9:15 now. By the time we finish, it will be 9:30.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah,
9:30 is fine for you, right?
sorry?
9:30 is fine for you, right? If I close
Yeah,
it.
it's okay. It's okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
let's quickly this. So this is actually the mock-up screen. When user enters like username and password and click on some login functionality, I should be able to view this kind of agreements. That's what we call, there is a standard agreement. There is an agreement button that I'll be having a tab. I should be able to view the tab. When I click on the tab, I will have to see there are 3 different types of agreements. Okay, these are all the agreement templates, say that, agreement, standard agreement in the sense with the direct users, meaning who are all directly purchasing mine. I'm working for an example, like an e-commerce site. I do have a vendor agreement. Who are all the customers that are directly purchasing, right? I do have a different template for the standard agreement for those users. This is one of the e-commerce sites that I worked on it. It got, Salesforce application, who used to sell medical devices for them. They will be having like 3 different agreements. One is a standard agreement, another is a channel partner agreement, and another is a master agreement, or MCA, master channel agreement.
Okay.
So what is a channel partner? He's an indirect user, meaning he will order bulk amount of devices from you, right? But he will not use. Again, he's going to sell them to the end users. You're getting my point?
Okay.
Channel partner
Okay.
is that one. Like, indirect use.
It's like a middleman.
Like a middle. Exactly. Okay. On behalf of the end users, they are going to block certain amount. Okay. But again, when they are selling, they will have some margin on those things and they are going to sell them. Okay.
But why
Direct
are we
agreement.
getting these guns?
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, why are we getting here? Like, is it that we use it in the ETL testing or some
No, some
in
other application. This is only for the
okay,
manual
okay,
testing I'm telling. It is not with respect to ETL. So how to write
okay.
the test cases and all manually only. I think we are only at the part 1 only starting, right? It's all entirely for manual. Okay. So this is
Yeah.
as for a real-time case, just I told you. I told, right? People will come with no background at all, even on the testing front
Yeah.
also. How to write the test cases for the real time and also for that, I think. Now, this is why I'm just taking a quick minute only to explain this, and then you can just, have a look at it. I will just, this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
the requirement. So what is my requirement 1 and all? There's a column 1 that gets generated and all. So login screen, there are tabs like, agreements, and under when I click on this tab, there is a drop down like with the 3 options like standard agreement, channel partner agreement, master agreement, MCA agreement. Okay. And when you click on the button is a generate button. Okay. I'll have to
Okay.
get, either I will get a error message or I'll have to go to the next screen, right? My requirement 1 is something like, I'm logging in as a one particular channel partner user. Channel partner user will not be able to generate, CPA agreement. Error message should be displayed. Sales user cannot generate a CPA agreement. Okay. Generate standard, because a sales user will generate a sales. There are sales, CP, channel partner users, master users, and there are 3 types of agreements. Okay. So it's all role based. Say that, a sales user can generate only standard agreement. CP user, channel partner user can generate only CP agreement, channel partner agreement. MCA user generates only MC agreement. So this is the case. So I have given the combinations, right? How to write the test cases. Channel partner user not able to generate the CP agreement. It is an error that needs to be fixed. That's a defect because channel partner user should be able to generate the channel partner agreement. But on the secondary, like, we are even checking that, channel partner a user should not be able to generate sales agreement as well as MC agreement. Negative values. Right? These can be written as the negative scenarios, TC2, TC3 and all. And similarly, the third is like, requirements to CP user when he logs in as a CP user he'll be able to generate the CP agreement, okay, CP user, but not able to generate the standard agreement, which we are able, error message should be displayed. Similarly, MC agreement not able to generate. Okay, if you are logging it as a sales user, then you should be able to see here. It's mistake. Says sales user, he should be able to generate the standard agreement, not able to generate CP agreement, not able to generate the MC agreement. Okay, if he is kind of MC user, he will be able to generate MC agreement, standard CP. How many test cases would come and all? You can just do a practice. If not, then just use it as a reference only. Suppose sales user is not able to view the CP agreements. This is expected when the defect would come. Okay, when I logged in as sales user, user is not able to view the MC agreement in queue environment. Sales user is able to view all the 3 agreements in the drop down. The requirement is, but he is not able to generate. Right? The drop down should consist of all the 3 options to all the 3 different users: sales, channel partner, and MCA. Right?
Yeah.
Sales, channel partner, MCA. But if he is not able to view them in the only one agreement or this particular standard agreement or these 2 other options, he is not able to view, that is a defect, right? Because you're getting
Yeah,
it?
yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, sales, CP, and MCA. Okay. All the 3 should be able to view this drop down options, this particular option.
Yeah.
Okay. If they are not able to view any of these options, then obviously that's a defect by logging in as a user, right? That could be one thing. And another thing is where the defect can apply, where sales user is not able to generate the standard agreement itself, which he is supposed to generate, but he is not generating the standard agreement, then it is a defect, right?
Yeah.
And then there could be another defect if the channel partner is able to generate a CP agreement. Error message: channel partner user is able to generate only sales user can generate only standard agreement. So it is not standard. So for the standard. CP user, it is not CP user, it is only sales user. These are all the sales user, friends. Let me merge.
Okay.
Merchant center, the merchant center. Okay. This is the requirement. So you can write down different test cases also, and you can just think of your own defects and then come up with the. Okay.
Okay.
This is how the Jira template defect will be there. Either when the status will be new and it is assigned to developer. As I told, this is not mandatory field. Use story number and test case ID. But in some of the cases, they might make it as mandatory also because they wanted to track. So user story is a mandatory thing. Meaning if you are working on a functional testing, right? Your testing is as part of user testing, then this is a mandatory thing. All right, Andy. I think it's going to be disconnected in another 5 minutes or so. So
yeah, okay.
I'll see. 5 o'clock.
Another 2 or 3 minutes, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 or 3 minutes. So this is what is the Jira templates and all. I think mostly we covered all the manual things, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The system. The test cases is the standard one only. You can just practice it. Okay. If not tomorrow, we'll just review and can start a database management system, DBMS Sunday. Ideally, it took for 3 days. It took for how many days for us? And we are lagging behind the schedule of how many days? 4 or 5 days. I think we started on last Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Or 12th. Last week. 11th only, I think I started. 11th or 12th only. I didn't remember exactly. Because 13th I took, I remember that. In the morning we had a session, right? 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Saturday we had before Saturday only we started.
I think 12th only I started because second day I do not want that. So maybe.
Yeah.
I took that. So it's 1, 2, and anyway, Sunday is a holiday. 1, 2, 3. Yesterday 4. Yesterday was also a holiday. Basically, it was